On this week's episode, we welcome back a good friend of the show, Matty Ryan, also known as Matty Ice. We talk LIV. He's got some thoughts about LIV. What he would do with the Powerball money. What else we got, Mike?
Well, now that he's a seasoned veteran, he's got a whole new outlook on golf, life, family, and the grind getting to the PGA Tour.
He's been doing it for 13 years. He should know better by now. Anyways, you just got to listen. But Fairways is next.
Or I would have enough people win it with me and just have a back-end legal agreement about who gets how much. And so then like when 50
good luck with that one, though.
No,
Yeah,
but like if I won a
people.
billion, well, if I won a billion and I said, Eddie, you're going to claim the ticket with me and I'll give you 50 million. We would just all claim it like we all won. Or whatever.
Yeah, but what if I wanted to be like a total asshole and be like, no, you're not my friend anymore. I don't want 50 million. I want 100 million.
Then you're not getting shit because you're either signing
But
my
then
contract.
lawsuits happen and then friendships are dissolved.
No. Well, first of all, if you don't want to take $50 million to be my friend, then what are we doing? No, I would have you'd sign a legal agreement that says this is what I'm going to take or whatever.
Let's get Matt's thoughts on this. I don't want to talk about golf. We want to talk about.
Hey guys.
What's up, Matty? Matty, do you want to join the Powerball with us? We were just talking about this before you came on. The Mega Millions, you in?
I'll be in. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so if you won $100 million and you had like 10 buddies, would you do like an agreement? Is it like a gentleman's handshake? Like how would y'all do it?
Oh no, piece of paper.
Absolutely. I don't think you wouldn't need more than a gentleman's handshake. You guys, if you're good enough buddies, right?
Yeah, but are you good enough buddies though? Like with that much?
I'd probably have eight friends, not 10. Yeah. What would you guys do?
So Mike was just saying he would say what you would do, Mike.
Well, I don't know if it's feasible because I haven't looked that much into it. But in our state, you can't claim it anonymously.
Idaho is you have to tell everybody. You have to tell the world.
So I said I'd find someone to give me.
Is that not normal?
No, like if you win it in an anonymous state, you can just win the lottery and nobody will ever know.
Right.
Oh, wow.
They don't publicize it. But I said I'd pay someone I'd find someone to give me 50 grand so I could go live in a state for 6 months that does do anonymous and claim residency, and then I'd claim it.
You've thought about that, huh, Mike?
Not that far.
He's thought about it. Apparently,
it may not be a viable plan. That was just my thought.
I would follow you though, Mike. I would know where you live, and I would just come demand money at your door.
Look up every anonymous state and figure it out.
Yeah, shit, dude.
I guess I assumed it was. Is California public then too? Must be.
There's a handful of anonymous states. I think most are public.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
We need a stats guy. We need a third guy to do stats, live stats to look this shit up.
The statement I've heard is that it creates transparency in the lottery or whatever. But if I win $1 billion, I don't want anybody to know.
Yeah. I mean, my friends would know. I'd be buying a full house on the lake that's not too big. I'd get a boat. I'd go on trips.
Would you still play golf, Matt? Would you still play professional golf? Honestly.
No.
Okay. That's the right answer.
No.
You'd play a lot of golf.
You'd play a lot of golf, but you just wouldn't play professionally.
Probably, I'd probably play for fun. I'd be like John Mallinger when Travis Matthews sold. He just John
Mallinger, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd build a left-handed golf course.
Left-handed golf course.
Wait, what does that mean?
Depends if you had a draw or fade.
Maddie, you would love that.
Yeah, but
draw or fade.
No,
Mike, you don't know what you hit on a daily basis. Matt, he can control his shots.
I can control my shots too. Every uneven lie would be the ball above my feet, not below my feet. All the trouble
no divots
would be
in the fairway since you're a little bitch.
And the rule would be you can lift clean in place in the fairway. If you're left-handed.
We would have synthetic grass so you can't take divots.
No, only lefties can lift clean in place.
Only lefties can lift clean in place. Righties are on their own. Screwed.
I mean, I play a cut, so all the trouble would be on the right.
There you go.
My gosh,
you're good.
Well, Matt, that's all we really wanted to hear from you about the lottery. So thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no worries.
Where are you right now? Are you in Charlotte?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And Charlotte's home, right?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte. Yeah, I moved to Jack's Beach for a little, but I came back to Charlotte like a year and a half ago. I think
Okay.
last time I talked to you boys, I was in Charlotte, I think maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well,
then
we talked to you right after your win.
yeah, yeah. So I'm in Charlotte still.
Yeah.
I like Charlotte. I was home. I was in Tahoe for a week, and then I went to my hometown in Valencia for like 3 days to visit family. So that was
Sweet.
cool.
Good.
Hadn't been home in over a year and a half.
Dang.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was awesome. I need to do that more. I'm bad about that.
About what?
Seeing family, going home and seeing family. But
Oh,
they're
sure.
also, if they were in Florida, it'd be easy. But being in
Yeah.
California, it's tough getting back there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool, man.
yeah. Where are you
Well,
guys at?
We're
we're
both
back in
Oneida.
Boise. Yeah, we're both in.
Yeah,
Well, let's
both
see.
you're in Boise now, right? Eddie, when did you move back to?
Was I in
You
Georgia?
moved back like
Gosh, I can't remember. Was I in Georgia when we chatted? I think I was actually.
I think you were just moving.
I was just
That
moving.
makes sense.
Yeah, so I lived in Athens for
Yeah.
only, let's see, July of 21 to May of 22. And then now I'm
You
back in
living in
Boise.
Did I talk to you after I won in Mazatlan or after I won in Santiago, Chile?
I think Mazatlan.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah, it would be last year. Yeah.
yeah. And then you just won in December of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels like 8 years ago.
Does it? Yeah. Oh, you've had you've had a pretty good year though. Yeah.
He moved back to Boise so he could see you when you come up for the Albertsons.
Yeah, Maddie.
Yeah, and I need to Monday into Omaha and win the thing probably. So
Yeah.
or Jersey. So
Are you done with the PGA Tour Latino?
yeah, that ended in June. The Tour Championship was in June.
Okay.
I finished 11th on the money list.
Nice.
I withdrew the last, huh?
I saw that. Yeah, the 11th.
Yeah, I withdrew the Tour Championship on Saturday. I ended up getting like the worst food poisoning ever. I never
no.
and I was like, Friday night, it was the weirdest thing. I'm sitting with a buddy and I'm like, I break out into a sweat. I'm like, are you hot? And I'm no joke, within like 30, 40 seconds, every inch of me is like soaking wet. My shoes are like different color jeans. And I ended up like throwing up from, it had to be some sort of food poisoning. And the next day I went and got an IV, tried to play. I played 8 holes. I actually played pretty good. I birdied the first hole, which was hilarious. And then no bogeys, but I was like picking my ball up out of the hole in 17, my 8th hole, and I was like so dizzy. Went back to the medic station. They couldn't get an IV in me because I was just so dehydrated. And then I ended up getting like a shot in my ass for like electrolyte steroids and antibiotics. It was wild. And I felt better in like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 hours later. Felt great.
Perfect.
So,
cool. Well,
but couldn't get to the tournament. So it's kind of funny. I'm like sitting there Sunday watching Chandler Blanchet technically, but Chandler Blanchet, Justin Doden, and Jeremy Gannon in a playoff. And I'm like, everybody's like, oh, you're better. I'm like, yeah, doing fine. I'm just not drinking booze. I'm just hydrating.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's done. I played some Corn Ferry events this year. Didn't play great, but 2 more coming up. I'm going to do the Mondays for the last 2 in Omaha, Jersey.
So would you really have to win Omaha to get into Boise?
I think so. I don't know. Second's not good enough for sure.
Well, no, because Boise is considered a playoff, so they probably don't have a Monday for Boise, do they?
Boise's not a playoff anymore. I forgot about that.
No, I think it is.
It is the last year they're
unless they changed it. Mike, look this up, would you?
Yeah, I thought that was the beginning of the swing.
It used to be. I thought they changed Boise.
I thought
regular season.
I thought Boise used to be the last event, and now I think it's the first part of the swing.
I think it's the first. I think it is the actual first part. Let's see, because we'll be doing media again.
Albertson's Boise is they're still doing 4, I guess. I know at some point they were supposed to do three playoff, but they're not even playoffs anymore. They're just
events,
4 season-ending events where you either qualify with your number or you don't.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it changes all the time. I don't even know what the numbers are to qualify anymore. I don't know if you need to be. I want to say the first 2, Boise and Simmons Bank, which would be Nashville, or probably like full field events. And then I think they start narrowing them down, but I could be wrong. It's hard to keep track, honestly.
No, it is. I
Yeah,
agree.
Boise's the first of 4 for the
First of four
finals.
of the
Okay.
finals.
So
Okay.
it's still, I thought maybe I'm just confused, but I
Well,
thought they were-
so
And
I
then
don't
it's
know.
top
So
25 though, right?
Ohio's gone. Or no, Ohio's on there.
so on the Corn Ferry page, it says the Albertsons Open is the first one, then it's College Grove, Tennessee,
Yeah.
Nationwide in Columbus, and then in Newburgh, Indiana, that's the Corn Ferry Tour Championship. It's a 75 player field with no cut.
Okay. So
Okay.
the first three are normal, like if you're in whatever, 156 or 144, whatever they have, and then the last one is it's funny because top 75 isn't even the number to get your full card anymore. It's top 60.
Right.
Top 60.
Yeah.
Top 60 gets your full card, top 30 goes to the PGA Tour.
Boise's 156, Tennessee's 144, Ohio's 120, Indiana's 75.
There you go. There you go. So you're like, I think guys 61 to 75 go to second stage of Q school, but technically they have, I don't even know what they're going to call it anymore. I'd say full status, but I don't even know if that's the right word. So
Right.
yeah, like I'd imagine that category of player will play in a lot of Corn Ferry events the next year.
Yeah.
So full is considered 8 events guaranteed. So that's always been through Q school, but
Right.
it will be wild. I mean, we have all this information of like Q school this year. Like your Q school is going to put you to top 5 the PGA Tour. The next, I don't even know what number it's probably in there. It goes to full Corn Ferry status, and then they're gonna drop the status where you finish at Q schools based to like get status on the Americas Tour. So they'll basically just be one giant Q school in the fall for Americas, Corn Ferry, PGA, and then in the spring, I think after the Latin swing of the Americas Tour, they're going to have a Q school to be able to qualify to play the Canada swing of that tour.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't it be cool though to like do something like how LIV and PGA Tour are now under one umbrella? It could just be like a Q school for all of golf. And then
I mean,
however
some of it just comes down to how many the numbers that you have. There's just too many people. There'd be too many people trying to play. I mean, because technically,
you'd have to. I'm saying you'd have to qualify for that Q school, and just like 100 guys, and then 25 get their PGA Tour cards. The next 25 go PGA Tour Latino, so on and so forth, Canada, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm throwing putty on a wall.
That's kind of what they're doing, though.
Oh, okay.
In a way, yeah, it's like one big Q school, top 5 PGA Tour. The next group of numbers, full Corn Ferry. Next group of numbers will be conditional Corn Ferry, but full Americas, and the next group will be full Americas or whatever. But I don't know how PGA Tour Americas is going to work the first year, because they're going to have 120 guys that have automatically have full status. Obviously, 60 won't play from each tour, but like everyone that finished top 60 or better in Latin America is now fully exempt into Americas, and Canada, whoever finishes top 60 there are fully exempt. But you got five guys in each tour will go to Corn Ferry automatically.
Mm-hmm.
And then guys will qualify from Q school, but it's still a big number, right? Like call it 15 guys. It's still 105 guys that have full status just to start the year instead of 60.
So what does 11 on the money list for Latino do for you for next year?
Nothing. I mean, it was funny. I got a bunch of texts, like kind of like almost like sad texts. Oh man, you almost finished top 10. That would have been great. Final stage, but that's not the way it was this year. Top 5 go to final stage, and then 6 through 25 go to second. So I go to second stage. I mean, it's funny. Like every year, if you're exempt through stages of Q school, it's pretty exciting. I think it's funny because last year I was really disappointed that I didn't finish top 10 and to go straight to final stage. And this year I wasn't really disappointed at all. I just looked at it more of like, okay, now I'm excited. I get to go straight to second again.
Yeah.
You got buddies that like you finish 26 on the money list or something, you go to first stage, or you never even had a crack at it, you're going to first stage. So Yeah, it wasn't the same as last year where it was like, oh man, I just missed finishing top 10. The only thing top 10 would have got me this year, like if I finished 10th, would be like bonuses with money through the Total Play Cup and Titleist. But
Cool.
in terms of status, like I played pretty poorly the first round, and I think I needed to finish like solo fifth or better, and based on where everyone else finished to finish top 5 on the money list. So I don't know. Wasn't playing very good going into it, and didn't play good in the first round. So it's kind of a weird week, the Tour Championship. You're in the hottest place on the planet,
Right.
and it's just like. And then I got sick, but you kind of just like. It'd be really cool if it wasn't literally the hottest place on earth to go in July, because you play a poor round. Like me and a buddy, after the first night we played poorly on Thursday, we kind of like walked around Tulum, Mexico, and just like felt like tourists for a night. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it's weird having no cut when it really doesn't. I mean, you're making some money, I guess. You can put some money in the bank based on how you finish, but other than that, it doesn't. I mean, most of the guys doesn't do anything unless they win. The two of the guys that were in the playoff, if they won, they finished top 5. Chandler wins, he finishes first. So that was kind of cool to watch when I was there. I wouldn't say I'm a golf fan, but watching a playoff is always entertaining. So that was cool.
Interesting. So what do you mean by that? Do you not watch golf on the weekends? I mean, obviously you're playing, but other than like, if you're not playing, do you not watch golf at all?
No, not really. No.
Cool.
Like it's so funny. You go to host houses, host families and stuff, and like
it's on Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
yeah.
They're golf
channels
nuts.
on, NBC's on, and you're just like, hey, anything else we can watch?
Yeah, can you?
I mean, I like the competition and watching like a good tournament or watching maybe like the back nine.
Sure. Well, the British Open this year was boring.
Yeah, but do I set time aside? Absolutely not. I like the Masters I watch.
Sure.
I try to watch the back nine or the last round of the US Open. The British, what was I? Oh, the British, I was like, so I had a sponsor exemption into the Barracuda and I played so shitty. I think I was driving. Yeah, my grandpa and my dad came up to watch. So we were driving down to SoCal and like I couldn't even be bothered listening to golf, looking at golf, watching golf.
Yeah.
If I have a really good friend that's playing well, I'll 100% watch.
Sure.
So yeah, no, I'm not. I don't know. I mean, sometimes the commentators, I think as golfers, we just laugh at some of the things they say. I mean, 90% of the things they say of what like golfers are thinking about, they're usually not thinking about when they're in contention and playing in a tournament. So it's all entertainment and stuff. But no, I wouldn't be a golf fan in terms of like watching golf regularly.
Yeah. It's like a chef on his day off going back to his kitchen and watching his sous chefs cook up food.
Yeah, I mean, it is funny. Some of the things I was just saying to a buddy yesterday, we were playing. I mean, some of the things you'll hear. One of the guys we played with, he was talking about a scratch. They did some study or some funny thing where they did like what would a scratch golfer shoot in like a Monday qualifier. And they tried to explain the course ratings to some of the people and show what the scores are. And then like basically a scratch would shoot, if the course rating was 74.5, the scratch would shoot like 76 or 77. Yeah. And you'd be 14 shots away from qualifying through X amount of.
Did you see that on Instagram? It was like some account.
Is that what it was on Instagram? The guy was
I think I saw the exact same video that you're talking about because he had like all the stuff in the background and then like his face was like, okay, look at right here. This guy. So it could have been the same one, but like.
Okay. That must have been what it was then. He was telling us about that. And I was just laughing because like the difference between a scratch and a professional is like, I mean, it'd be like playing horseshoes versus baseball. I mean, it's just totally different. It's such a different game. It's not even close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the things that so like the entertainment of golf is so geared towards like the general fan. So sometimes I don't like watching golf.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, it does. I like it. I've always been, I mean, you hear a lot of guys on tours get asked that question. Hey, do you watch, if you're not playing? And most guys say no, they might watch.
Guys don't. some guys are unbelievable when it comes to golf. I mean, absolute, just like golf junkies.
Yeah.
Uh, but majority of my friends, whatever level, Latin America, all the way up to Latin America, Canada, Corn Ferry, PGA champions. Like, I mean, Scott McCarron, he lives here in Charlotte. He's hilarious. Been a bit of
Hmm.
a mentor like lately in the last year, and
Cool.
his golf knowledge is unreal. But he also, like, we went out on the boat the other day and like went wake surfing. It's not like he's just like wrapped around golf, but he's
Yeah.
amazing. The guys he knows, the younger guys, he follows us like all the time and hosts us up there for golf or barbecue. And yeah, I don't know. It's just guys are different. Some guys know a lot, and some guys just don't pay
Like
attention at all.
I can see you professionals chatting about like the psychology of golf, but not like the overall broad game of golf of like, oh, did you see Rom when he did this and that? Like
Yeah, yeah,
you guys are more into like, hey, let's talk about fishing. Let's talk about like life stuff and like
yeah.
tell me
I
about the
mean, to be
best
fair, we
restaurant that you've eaten
live
at
live
recently.
sparked more golf conversation than anything between
Yeah.
golfers. I mean,
Yeah.
most golf I've ever talked to since Liv has been around.
Yeah.
So,
And now we
but yeah,
got one
yeah,
big
we talk about
umbrella.
all sorts of stuff. But
Yeah.
what'd you say?
I said now we have one big umbrella with the PGA Tour and Live.
Yeah, we'll see how that works. I saw
Yeah.
Rom's statement the other day. I think Rom's awesome. I
What'd
mean, I
he
don't
say?
know him.
I missed
Yeah, I
it.
don't know him personally. I have some friends that do, and I just think like I just like people that are consistent, and like the consistency of Rom just seems to
Yeah.
be
Agreed. Yeah. I've always been a big fan of Rom.
incredible. Yeah, so
Hmm.
like he said, Phil Mickelson respects my decision and I respect his decision. He has told me that I have no reason to go to live, and he has wait, he has told me that I have no reason to go to live, and he has told me that several times. I laugh when people rumor me with live. I've never liked the format, and I always have a good time with Phil and Sergio in practice rounds and majors. And and then there was another quote, like basically just saying like they don't have any reason to. Some of those guys don't want to play the PGA Tour either.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a funny thing because I think everybody thinks like, oh, yay, these guys are so excited to play the PGA Tour again, and they're really not. I mean,
They
some of
went
them,
there for a reason.
yeah, for sure, and like the idea of playing like more recreational golf, in terms of the team format, but still competitive and small and making a ton of money, and then not grinding like every week.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's my buddy just asked me like when's the off season, and I'm like, let's see, I played the Bahamas, whatever it was, January 8th or 6th or 7th, I left. And now I'm going, now final stage ends December 27th.
yeah.
It's like there is no off season, especially if you're like not able to make your schedule.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
and we have some guys have a great deal where they've like kicked ass and they can make their own schedule and kind of have more time off and know that they're going to play more tournaments. Whereas, you're in the boat of conditional status, or you play, like for me, conditional Corn Ferry and then playing full Latin. It was like you don't really stop for a while, and you feel the need like you have to keep going because you're wanting to get status or you're wanting to get up to a different level. So um, this is as quiet as I've been in ages for golf. I'm playing like 3 Monday qualifiers in a row with no tournaments if I miss a Monday.
Right.
So pretty
And
crazy.
and gosh, dude, you've been doing this 13 years. I love it.
I know. Yeah, a long time. And it's funny. I think I'm like lately I've been struggling. Like the golf the last couple months has been. I mean, I wouldn't use the term like as bad as it's ever been, but like um as like mysterious, I guess would be a good word. Like you have all these journals and notes and memories that you like fix certain things with when you play golf. Um, I feel like when it comes to travel and planning and adjusting and all that, I'm like, obviously, if you're not as good as you've ever been in your most recent year, what are you doing really? So all that stuff that's like so easy to take care of, I'm great at. But when it comes to like some competition golf lately, I've been so terrible. Um, Even though practice is going really well. So it's kind of a funny thing. It's like I think when I was younger, I'd be freaking out right now, but now I'm just like, all right, just weather the storm. Like you'll be
Mhm.
fine. I got some opportunities coming up, and just going through some like just trying to relax more. To be honest with you, I mean, it's hard for me to take time off because I just one enjoy it, and two, Like, I feel like if I take time off, I'm just kind of like not doing anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So
What do you
yeah,
do to get away completely? Like just completely shut your mind off
I
from
mean,
golf, that is, and your
I mean,
game.
I try to like do some things in nature. I worked with a neuroscientist for a while where like nature is really good for you, but at the same time, like I'm, I'm not like, not one to like hike. If I loved hiking, I think it'd be great, but I don't do that, very often. My buddy Blake owns a boat, so we get out on the lake a little bit. I need to go home more. I mean, going home, I was completely removed from golf. I mean, my dad plays, and if I was home for an extended period of time, I would go play. But like just seeing my mom, my dad, my brother, sister-in-law, and their kids, like I mean, my niece and nephew could care less how I play in golf,
Totally.
and I don't have kids,
Right.
so I know, from hearing from other people, like they have a dog or kids, and it's like, oh, they don't care how I do.
Sure.
Uh, but that was like they're to the age now where they could care and they don't, and it's so enjoyable to be around. My niece, especially, she's like 5, so she's like excited that I play golf, but she also like could care less if I miss the cut by 100 or win
Right.
the.
Yep. They don't have the concept of that. Their currency isn't money and accolades. It's
They
just
just want to
time.
hang out with Uncle
Yeah,
Matt.
for sure.
That's it.
I mean, yeah, so I need to get home more. I need to make a point to get home more because
Yeah.
it's very like even me and a couple buddies went to a Dodger game. And it's like nostalgic. And I couldn't be farther away from thinking about golf. And then
Yeah.
I come home and I start playing better.
There you
Um,
go.
Yeah.
but played all right
I
in the Monday qualifier I just had, and like, and it was fun. It wasn't like stressful.
Mm. Yeah. When golf
yeah,
stops being fun, then there's an issue, right?
you
For
need a
sure.
healthy reset every once in a while too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just hard. I mean, when you pick your own schedule, it's so easy to plan it. If I got a full Corn Ferry card for next year, I mean, shit, or even a PGA Tour card with the 5 that are available,
Hmm.
uh, at least even with the PGA Tour, you'd have a better idea of what you'd be in and what you wouldn't be in. Like my good buddy Seamus years ago, it was like
Yeah.
he was kind of on the fringe, and it was like, man, I'm not getting any tournaments coming up. I have like 3 weeks off because it was like major, invitational, and it's like at least you would be aware of having more weeks off with a full card on a tour. Um, but ultimately, it just comes down to discipline. I mean,
Yeah.
travel all the time. My thought is like, man, I come home to Charlotte and I'm just like too tired to go to California. But the
Sure.
but the energy I would gain from going home is better than
Yeah.
being tired. So I'll
Did
be
Sham
better about that.
did Seamus ever tell you what it was? I mean, that just clicked for him. Did you guys ever talk
Yeah, I
deep
mean,
about
yeah,
that?
we talk a lot. I mean, him and I have always been really close. Not as close lately because when he's in Vegas now, I'm in Charlotte, so we don't have like the normal meetups where you just like stop by each other's places. And I mean, we did the Irish thing, like stop by and just like chit chat and have like a coffee or a tea or something,
Yeah.
or just like meet up anywhere. But it's funny. Everyone that you think where it's like, oh, did something click? It's so simple. It's like a few things here or there. I remember Simon, his caddy, him and I were sitting in the airport together. Seamus wasn't traveling. I can't remember why. Um, and he was just like, yeah, we've just tried to get pin high more. And it's like,
Hmm.
what? What do you mean? And he's like, we're trying to just get to the pin or a little bit farther more often. And I'm like, interesting. And that was like when he was playing really, really well. And, but I mean, I don't know, just a few things. He's probably like, I mean, he's got a great girlfriend. He's settled down in Vegas. I mean, um, he's been, and geez, it's been a while since he got on that hot run now.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I remember it.
so yeah, not much. I mean, it wouldn't be like this crazy thing that just like appears out of nowhere. He
Mm-mm.
drove it a little better when he started working with Bob Rotella. I think that helped him a
Mm.
lot. Where it was just like we were in Vegas like as he played well, and then right before he just like took off, and he was saying like just kind of gave me permission to not practice as much.
Mm.
I was like, interesting. And he's like, and I'm getting better at that. Like the guy I work with now is Carl Morris, who's over in England, and he's just like, just don't worry about golf. This is after I missed the cut in Barracuda. He's like, just kind of like, you know, write down some affirmations. It's okay not to touch a club. And sure enough, like I go play on Monday and like nothing really changed. I looked at stuff that I was thinking about the week prior or the week and a half prior, and like nothing changed. It was the same. So yeah, just being, I don't know. I mean, nothing was like so click that it was like, oh, I have to do that now.
Sure.
Well, and I think that just shows the difference at your guys' skill level, like the difference between Corn Ferry and the PGA Tours. Just another couple putts made over the weekend, or
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
not
Yeah.
it's not some huge canyon that you guys are trying to figure out.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a chip that goes to here instead of like here,
Right.
where your energy on the next hole is gained instead of like, man, I'm grinding over another 4-footer. So yeah, and that's I guess part of the thing I mentioned about like scratch versus pro. I mean, it's fractionally different. It's not keeping one in play. I mean, like you play with a pro on any level, the rarity of us hitting it out of bounds is huge. I mean, we never.
Right.
Everybody thinks like, oh, don't hit. OB stakes are down the right. Don't hit it over there. Like, I mean, I
You
don't
guys
even
don't even think about that
You don't
stuff.
even, yeah.
know. I mean, Tulum, Mexico is like the hardest course I've played as a professional in terms of like penalty shots on the sides of holes, and played shitty the first day. And my next 26 holes, I was bogey free, and like never hit it out of play. So that's the last time I can remember. You'll see pros hitting it out of play more often, but on terms of a regular golf course, I mean, we're not taking big steps. We just take like little tiny ones, and that's the biggest difference. A
Yeah.
68 instead of a 67, and then the next day, or sorry, 67 instead of
Sure.
68. The next day, instead of shooting even par, you shoot one under, and now you've made a cut, and now you can go take it deep. Instead of like missing a cut by one at 6 under. Well, Chicago 7 under the cut for Corn Ferry
I don't
last
have it.
week. I think it was like 7 under or 6 under par for making a cut. And I've played
That's
that
deep.
course.
That's deep.
Yeah, it's not that easy, that golf course. It's If the general public played it, they'd have a nightmare. There's like native grass everywhere. There's water going into greens.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Well,
yeah.
next time, Mike, you and I play, I'm working on pin high. I've never even thought about that. I'm
I mean,
trying
Is
pin
that-
high.
yeah,
Is that the golf ball or when you throw your club pin?
Throw the club
Yeah,
first,
okay.
and then the golf
throwing
ball
the
will
club's
come
easy.
second.
Yeah, he's got great form when he throws the club.
It's fantastic.
Release is nice.
But it's true. I mean, it's more wedges, I think, than anything else.
Sure. Yeah.
Your wedges.
Yeah.
But all
We're
jokes
always-
aside, literally thinking about we want to get more pin high. I've genuinely never even thought about that.
Yeah. I mean, I remember asking Simon what I said. I said, even to back pins, right? Because we think like, oh, okay, long's bad, but he was like, yeah, even to back pins. He's like,
Sure.
you don't have to be long to be pin high to a back
Sure.
pin.
Right.
And I know it's good to be pin high. I'm not saying that I don't know that. I'm just saying I've never
Yeah.
thought about that in my thought process of like, oh, let's be pin high more often. Obviously, pin high is the goal, but as just like a simple thing, and that's what propelled Seamus to just be like, yeah, boom.
Yeah. Whatever that, and then just like the release of, hey, look, you've worked hard enough. You like just chill a little bit. You don't have to go grind at the course every day. So
Well, and fitness is important to you. I mean, you
yeah, for sure, yeah.
you got the arms of Arnold or whatever, and you can definitely rival Phil in your calves or something. But
There you go.
I mean, fitness is important to you.
Yeah, I like fitness, and I used to be like wake up at 6 a.m., knock it out, get it over with, and part of me not like trying as hard and like being too hard on myself is like working out a little later, going to the course a little later, like
Kind of
everything
take that into the gym attitude too. Yeah.
Yeah, I did, yeah, and that's been the other thing. Like, what was it? I had to withdraw from the Greenville BMW Corn Ferry event. I had this weird back thing where I mean, not to get into everything, but like it got to the point where I like couldn't swing, and I'm like trying to play, couldn't do it. So I withdrew from like 2 tournaments within like 3 weeks of each other. And other than that, I don't think I've ever withdrawn from a tournament. So that sucked, right? Like I like fitness, and then I couldn't do it anymore. I ended up going to like PT and sorting that out. But I mean, fitness should be huge for anybody. That's the funny thing that I've never really understood. I mean, fitness is so good for mental health. Like besides golf, like everyone should be doing physical fitness in some
Yeah.
way. And
Like
there's
even
even
if you're
proof
not a professional athlete.
for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, and there's proof lately where like weightlifting is better for you than cardio. It can grow muscle and lose weight at the same time. So like even if even if you're not a professional athlete, like you're so much better off being healthy in terms of physical fitness, whether
Right.
that's someone finding like pickleball or the gym or hiking or swimming, you got to do something.
Yeah.
And everything's just better. I mean, you look, no matter where you start from, you look in the mirror and you feel better, then you want to keep doing it and you feel better and better and better. And I mean,
Look
I
good,
just,
feel good, play good, right?
yeah. My
Yeah.
dad always says like he's always like, don't let the old man in. And I just kind of like every time I take time off and I start feeling shitty, I'm like, man, I know if I just get to the gym a little bit, I'll feel better.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's easier when you have a buddy to go with. Like my buddy Blake Wagner, who lives like just north of here. When we go to the gym together, it's awesome. When I go to the gym on my own, sometimes it's awesome, and sometimes it's just almost like checking the box. But
Right.
when you're done, you feel great.
What's there to do in Charlotte? I should say probably what's there not to do in Charlotte or
Charlotte's great.
I mean, I hear
Actually,
Charlotte's a really rad town.
yeah, yeah. I mentioned the lake
Yeah.
recently. I don't know when it happened, but the food in Charlotte is absolutely incredible.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like the last 5, 6 years, it's become more diverse. So like all these restaurants are popping up that have like more culture to them.
Mm.
Um, you got little pockets in the city that you can visit that you're either gonna have like culture with like kind of like different countries represented or different ethnicities, and then you got like an artsy area. You got Uptown, which is like kind of always bustling with concerts and football games, baseball games. And then South End is just like, I mean, bar and brewery after bar and brewery.
Yeah.
And
Good
then
music scene too. Yeah.
music's awesome, and that's kind of like come up recently too, where all these artists, big or small, are coming to the venues instead of just like kind of way under the radar groups that are almost like cover bands. And then you had like massive ones that would be at the football stadium or the basketball arena or the music pavilion, like a little bit north. But now you're getting like sick bands in some of the venues, just like right in the city, but a little bit outside of the center. I mean,
Who
and
was the
it's
last big show you saw?
what'd you say?
Who was the last big show you saw?
Oh God, in Charlotte, I
Sure.
can't
Or
tell
just
you.
in general.
No idea.
Any concerts? Okay. There you go.
I haven't been to a concert in ages, and I used to
Okay.
love them, but I just like if you miss the band you want to see, or I think
Yeah.
probably Dave Matthews 4 years ago.
Okay.
Dave puts on a pretty good show.
Dave puts on a really good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen someone else recently. Actually, can't remember.
Well, if you make Boise, Weezer's playing Saturday.
You guys got Weezer? That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We have
Oh, I
Sheryl
know it.
Crow.
Rolling Stones. I saw the
Oh,
fucking Rolling Stones.
you saw the
years ago.
Stones?
Yeah,
Perfect.
the Stones were unbelievable. It was sick.
Love it.
Yeah. And then you got the White Water Center, which is
Yeah.
like they have these rapids that go down. They have that you can go down. Kayakers train for the Olympics there. You got rock climbing, zip lining. You got like paddle boarding, everything. It's like a outdoorsy amusement park. And then the lake is up there too. So
Gosh, maybe
oh,
I'll
it's
move to
cool.
Charlotte. Charlotte sounds fun.
Charlotte's
The,
great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the
So
heat, though, the heat. I mean, I lived in Athens, so I know what the South feels like in the summertime.
it's hot now, but Charlotte's pretty good. Maybe like 1 month total of the year is like, I mean, super hot. Um, this week's been amazing. It's been like in the 90s during the day, but the evenings are cooling down. So
Yeah.
that's new. I don't remember evenings without humidity, but it's happening. You guys are lucky in Boise. You got no humidity.
We have no humidity.
True,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's magical.
It is
It drops to
magical.
like high 50s, low 60s every day.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have like a 30-degree difference every day and
isn't that
between the
cool?
highs and lows. It's pretty sweet, actually. Yeah.
My hometown's that way. When I was just home, it was 102 in the afternoon. It was
Yeah.
68 at night.
Good
Yep.
old Valencia.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's
that the
awesome.
home of Six Flags?
Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Yes, sir. Magic Mountain.
Six
I
Flags.
would go there all the time. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, we usually go on New Year's whenever I go home, but maybe we'll go this year. It's like empty on New Year's Day.
So do you have a practice place in Charlotte that you go to?
Yeah,
You
I have the
just have
Peninsula
access
Club.
to?
Yeah, the Peninsula Club is like 25
Okay.
minutes north,
Cool.
actually on Lake Norman. There's a TPC down the road. And the clubs out here are so good about, there's a bunch of us pros that live here that are kind of at different places. Trump National Charlotte has been incredible to me. Scott McCarron's up there, Kyle Reifers is up there, Eric Flores is up there, and the director of instruction. And I don't know if he's like incorporated another title. Golf courses are weird now. They kind of, I don't know, whatever, director of instruction golf. They're kind of like mixed sometimes.
Yeah.
He's the man. I mean, he is so nice to us, letting us out, hit balls. Even when my coaches come to town, we go up there, go to the back of the range. And then the Peninsula Club is my home course. I mean, they are the absolute best membership. The people in the shop are amazing. And I feel like I grew up there since I was a little kid with how well I get treated. So
what's your low round there?
I've shot 62 4 times.
Okay.
But
is that course record?
No, my buddy Blake has the course record at 62. I never like signed a card. I never
Your 62s were never official?
Well, 62 was the course record before they redid some like greens, holes, tee boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just was like, well, I didn't break the course record, so I don't need to post it or sign it or whatever. And then one day I walk into the clubhouse and like it shows like Blake Wagner with this big scorecard and like looks all official and nice. At 62, I go, what is this doing here? And Blake and I have a great relationship. I'm like, oh yeah, shoot 162, huh?
Like, wait, give me my card. You're digging in the trash for it.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, prove it. And I had an old roommate I gave 12 shots to, and I shot 62 and he shot 75. So we called him and he vouched for it, but I don't know. I mean, they're redoing the course. They're closing in October. So course record will be up for grabs when they reopen in a year. So I have a horror story there too. I was like 11 under going into the 9th hole, which was my 18th hole. And there's water short, bunker long. And I barely had anything in it. It's a par 5. And I was sitting in the fairway. I'm like, this is great. I'm going to fucking risk this. I'm going to try to hit the stone dead and shoot 59. And the pin was like front middle, easiest pin on the green, and flagged it. Never ever looked short. Lands just short in the this far short in the apron, and it rolls back in the water. Dang. And I thought, oh man, that sucks. And then I got done. I was like, man, I could have just hit it on the green and shot 60.
Yeah,
right.
But you don't want to do that though. It's just, like with what happened with JT Poston when he went just this past weekend. He's like, I'm out here to play. I'm out here to win, guys. I'm not going for a second. Like,
give me a break. I mean, look, some of those guys that have played on tour 4, 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, JT. I mean, he's played great. He's not losing a card. I mean, he doesn't. Everyone's like, oh, he lost 260 grand.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
It hurts, but you're not. That's not what really hurts. It was like, man, I tried to pull that off. That was sweet. I mean, he also didn't think he was going to make 8, right?
Yeah. I mean, that live on his approach shot was obviously not easy, but
no, he hit a hell of a shot, actually.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. He said he would do it all the time. So
for sure, yeah, and 10 out of put him there 9 more times, he makes 7 or better, even hitting in the water.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not. Sometimes we do things in golf where we're like, you have hindsight, and you're like, oh man, maybe I should have done this, and you just got to go, look, you didn't have that then, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If there's a massive moment that you can fix for the next event, yeah, sure. But I guarantee you his caddy was like, let's try to win this thing.
Do it. Right.
Yeah. And his caddy's not thinking. His caddy's probably going, all right, if he hits in the water, that's 2, drop. He's making 7. That's second place, right? So you're never thinking you're making an 8.
Never, dude. Y'all don't think like that. We do.
We do. If I try really hard, I can.
If I try really hard.
Yeah. I can get an 8.
Mike, what am I hitting? I'm hitting 7, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So what else is going on in golf? I mean, that cheating thing was kind of a bummer. I know Justin Doden. I've always thought.
Oh, I did see that. That was a bummer.
I don't know him
Mhm.
well enough to call him. I don't know him well enough to send a message. I mean, I could on Instagram, but I
Yeah.
mean, his reputation. You ask anybody that's played golf with him
Hmm.
in the last. He's 28, so what, 5, 6 years? I mean, you won't hear a bad thing about him.
Yeah. And honestly, never even heard of the guy until that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
I look. I mean, I'm as when it comes to morality and something like that. I'm like, I mean, no. I mean, cheating just makes me sick.
Yeah.
Uh, Usually, you kind of meet a guy that you heard cheated and you already have a thought
You're
in your
like,
head.
yep.
Yeah.
But no one would have ever guessed that with him. I mean, I sent a
Yeah.
text to a couple guys like, wow, did you see that? And the first text that came back was, dude, of all people, like, and it was like one of my buddies like, I wonder what caused him to do that. So like,
Yeah. I wonder what was going through his head.
who knows? I mean, what pressure he's under, stuff
Hmm.
like that. Like, I mean,
Never
I
know.
still don't. That's not an excuse to me, but like, I'm not one of those people that thinks that you can't come back from something. Like, I don't have to just because he did that. I'm not going to walk around and tell everyone he's a fucking piece of shit and
Totally.
Right.
a person. I mean, he's always been an awesome guy to people he's been around.
Has
So
he been, what's the repercussions?
I don't know.
I
I don't know. The
haven't
tour
heard
keeps it
anything.
pretty quiet. I mean, I think we'll find out more as like if he's not in the next. I mean, I didn't even see if he's in Canada.
Sure.
I'm not one to like. I'm not going to go scour the internet and be like, oh, I hope he's getting punished, right?
Yeah, no,
Um,
you don't want to hurt. I mean, it sucks that he did it, and we don't know what was going on with him personally, obviously,
yeah.
but
I mean, again, no excuse, but like, I don't need to. I mean, dude, man, walking around knowing that you
yeah.
cheated and
Mm.
then knowing that you let down, like, I mean, it's more than you let down everything. You let down the game of golf. You let down your peers. You let down your family, yourself. So like, for me to go around like badmouth someone who's always been good to me, I don't. I mean, he has to live with it, and that sucks. Like,
Sure.
I hope that um I hope that I mean, I'll treat him exactly the same when I see him.
Hmm.
He's always been nice to me. There's no reason I wouldn't treat him nicely. And I'm not going to watch him like a hawk.
Yeah,
Like that's not my business. If I play good golf, I'm going to beat him anyway or beat whoever
it's
is,
not your job. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, you know how many people have cheated in golf, people say, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm not cheating. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, that's probably been the biggest thing lately, but I hope he's doing okay. I hope he's not like just oof, miserable and feels bad. Like,
I hope so too.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
did you see the LPGA thing where the gal got assessed the penalty for slow play and then refused to accept the penalty? And so she put her scorecard in less the penalty, signed it, and they DQ'd her for an incorrect scorecard.
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Love
was
that.
I forget her.
Love that people are
Uh,
getting penalty shots for slow play.
Yeah.
oh,
I mean,
I think they said her round was over 6 hours.
I
Yeah,
mean, you have to. That's bad.
you need to do that on the PGA Tour.
Yep.
Guys don't care about fines. Fines are irrelevant.
Hmm.
You got to stroke people. And it's funny because I used to be pretty like when I first came out of school, I was definitely on the faster side. And then as I played professionally for a few years, I think it was a combination of like overthinking. I had played well, so I kept playing a little slower. You play mini tours, golf takes forever. And then I got full Corn Ferry card or conditional Corn Ferry card, played some in Latin, and then I had a full Corn Ferry card. And all of a sudden, like a couple of years goes by, I'm like, what's the deal, man? I'm getting my group's getting warned all the time. And then my dad watched me play at final stage one of the years. He's like, son, you've gotten pretty slow. And I was like, oh God, no.
Not me.
Not
And
me.
I'm just like, oh geez. And then, since then, like I picked it up. Like it's one of those things that you get. I mean, I don't know what other guys are thinking, but for me, it was like, oh, if I just get every little thing perfect and I'll play better. And you come to realize that like it's not that way at all. Like pick your club, hit the shot. And the other day, someone came up to me when I was playing in the tournament, one of the tournaments, and they're like, "Man, you've gotten fast." And I was like, "Woohoo!"
Leave
Right?
it
But
up to
like,
one of your parents to scope that. That's fine.
yeah. And I was never oblivious of like
Matthew,
being
you've gotten
behind.
pretty slow.
Yeah. I was never oblivious of being behind, but
Yeah,
I refused to admit at one point that I was the slow one. It's just like, oh, the group's struggling. Like he's medium, I'm medium. But
sure.
you have to be. There's no excuse for it. There has to be penalties, and that's awesome if that happened. That's amazing. And signed her scorecard. That's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Just take the
She
slow play.
refused to accept the
She's
penalty, so she's
she's
turned
trying
it.
to
I
make a
guess in
stance
protest,
there.
she's turned in her scorecard without the penalty, and they're like, "Yep, you're gone."
Wow. I mean, that's if it's post cut, like she's giving away some cash there.
It would be a good poll question. What do you want to be more known as? A slow player or a cheater?
Oh, slow player all
You
day.
got to be slow play. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's got more of a stigma to
No
it.
way.
There's
No way.
100% right there. You don't want to be,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I can't, I mean, slow play is one thing, but to have the whatever causes you to cheat, even if it's once, I mean, it must be sick to your stomach.
Mhm.
Well,
I like to give people,
in general, you've lost a lot of trust from people. Like if you
Yeah,
learn to play
yeah,
faster, then nobody cared.
yeah.
But
yeah,
there's a lot of people that are once a cheater, always a cheater. So
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, some guys, see, more times than not, for me, in my experience, when guys have been caught cheating or guys have been accused of cheating, I mean, they're just not enjoyable people to be around anyway. You
Yeah.
already
right,
know they're up to no good. That's the only thing I'd say with Justin. Like he's always been such a likable guy, and honestly, like such a good player. My first thought was like, I remember reading it. I read Monday Q Info. I'm like, no way. He's too good a player to be doing shit like that. That was
Right.
the first response. I was like, if he misses that cut, he's gonna make the next one. He
Yep.
just lost in the Tour Championship in Latin America. Like he's a good golfer and has been. So I don't know, but maybe more guys are doing that than I'm aware of. Or I like to think people aren't though. I like to give
Me
people the
too.
benefit of the doubt. If I go around just assuming everyone's up to no good, how miserable a person would you be?
Yeah.
right.
So
You think golf's in an overall good spot though right now? Just with
yeah, I
everything
think
now that
Liv's awesome. I think
yeah.
Liv's awesome. What
Yeah.
they've brought all these. It's such a funny thing. Like I every majority of people I talked to that were like golf fans that didn't know much about like the inner workings of golf. After about a 10-minute conversation with me or anyone else who has played the tours for a while, and anyone that is even like 1 year in the Corn Ferry Tour, one of the smaller tours, would be like, you know what? I get your point now. I'm on the side of like, live not being harmful to the game. I mean, obviously it was divided. It's so funny. Like the article, I remember when Live first started. I like to read about stuff. I don't just like to. I'll give my opinion in a joking manner if I'm not read up on something, but that doesn't mean it's an opinion. It's not like what I believe in terms
Mhm.
of, it's like a joke. I'm exaggerating, maybe a joke of some kind. But I read about Live and I'm just like, all right, you hear about PIF, you see what they invest in, you get more knowledge about it. And I'm like, the day the PGA Tour all of a sudden merged, ESPN, PIF,
Mhm.
Golf Channel, PIF, NBC, PIF, Internet, PIF, PGA Tour. And it's like, Jay Monahan avoided mentioning PIF for how long? When that's all it was. It's not like it changed overnight and Live went from PIF. It's
Mhm.
always been um, like the an investment group that invests in thousands of things.
You never heard it. You
And you
really
never
never
heard
heard
it
of
because they
PIF at
wanted to
all.
do this like, Live versus PGA thing. And I
Mhm.
think I mean, you look back and you're just like, man, you'd
Do you think
imagine,
that was a driving narrative?
huh?
Do you think that was a driving narrative in a weird way to just like let's pit Phil Mickelson and Greg Norman versus Monahan and Rory, and we're just going to have them do this to
Yeah, for
to
sure.
to blow up ratings or whatever. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
I mean,
there's a conspiracy theory that I
yeah, I'd
just
say the
opened
PGA
up. I
Tour
don't know.
was like thinking that they were, well, I shouldn't say all the PGA Tour, but like invincible in terms of like, oh, this is going
Yeah,
away. But
Hmm.
even some foresight of like early on recognizing like how much money they have
Oh
uh,
yeah,
on the live side. I mean, what was it? It was they raised the barrels by 3 cents and they make 6 billion in a morning,
yeah. I mean,
right?
it's
So they
it's
put
almost
six,
infinite, really.
yeah, they put 6 billion into live. So hey, when do you think you run out of money? Well, if we raise it 3 cents, we right back where we started.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm all for. I would definitely have a different experience than most people. Played professionally for 13 years. I've given a lot of money to the PGA Tour and given a lot of money to like chase the dream. And luckily, I've either played really well on the mini tour levels or I've had sponsors along the way to be able to do it. But you don't get anything in return in terms of like feeling like you're a part of something, if that makes sense. I mean, I remember the first year I got conditional Corn Ferry card. At the end of the year, someone's like, "How was it?" I was like, "I got an extra photo ID." Like I know you have to take care of the guys that have full status and all that stuff, but like the fact that the purses in Latin America and Canada haven't been increased since 2014 or 15, I mean, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
Corn Ferry Tour, they were in talks of like raising the purses for years, and they're like just now getting it to $1 million for the whole year. Like this last season, it's like it's pathetic. I mean, it should have been higher before. And then magically they found all this money to
Right.
dump into like these elevated events. And it was like, man, you had Jay Monahan had, if you listen to any podcast really early on that had Greg Norman on it, it was 8 events, co-sanctioned, exhibition, team format, elevated purses, boom, done. And then when Jay Monahan was just like not all about it, according to both sides, all right, fine, we'll have 14 events and we'll poach people. And it was like, whoa, that's not good. So I don't know. I think any foresight at all, they could have easily just come out and not even mentioned Saudi money and LIV, and they could have just been like, oh yeah, the PIF group's funding these 8 really cool events. Oh well, someone does research. PIF, like Saudi Arabia, it's blood money. Oh no, it's not. They're trying to be a better. He could have gone both sides. They're trying to be a better country. They're trying to use it through sports. I mean, both narratives would have worked for the PGA Tour, either the hateful one or the one that like kind of dumbed it down.
I guess both of them did work ultimately for the PGA Tour. I don't know. I guess time will tell.
Right?
I guess it kind of did.
Yeah,
Maddie,
some guys are still on the side of like hating LIV, and I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But again, I just said a minute ago, I like to believe that like people have the best in nature. I don't know my head like up in the clouds in that sense. I mean, I grew up.
No, not at all.
It's not like I grew up in a dream world, but at some point, like America and every other nation that's better made a change. So like, who are we? I mean, I don't know enough about them personally to know like, all right, well, if they want to use sports to like help make it show that their human rights are better. I mean, maybe it's little by little.
And it's not like our hands are clean over here either. So
yeah, I was going to say the PGA Tour has been hypocritical about about a lot of their stuff too. We don't obviously need to get into that, but
and more money for DJ, Taylor Gooch, Harold Varner. I mean, Harold is unbelievable with junior and youth programs out here in Charlotte.
Yeah.
The PGA Tour, like the first tee, basically didn't allow him to work with them anymore when he signed the LIV contract. And Harold just like started his own deal and like kills it with youth. And
I love that.
Oh my God, he's amazing for it. Cause Harold grew up at the country club, like cutting grass, and like people helped him along the way. And he is unreal for like doing his organization and before for the first tee and stuff.
But you'll never hear about that on NBC or the Golf Channel.
No, for sure. And like for him to even go want to keep helping the first tee when he signed a LIV contract, and then since it's like PGA Tour owned or whatever, the first tee was like, oh no, you can't help anymore. You can't be here for the junior golfers.
It's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
And the kids are losing. The kids are the one that's getting hurt.
Yeah,
right.
For sure. But more
Good
money from LIV for these guys. I mean, all these guys are starting organizations and helping their communities with the money.
Yeah. I love it.
Anyway,
I love it.
Bad sides to everything, good sides to everything.
Yeah. Maddie, we could talk to you for hours, dude. You're like the golf guy. I love it. And you know what you did? You pulled the Rough Fairways hat trick. This is your third. You're the first to do 3 shows.
The three-peat.
I feel like I just talked the whole time. Is it already an hour?
No, dude, this is great. Yeah, we've been doing an hour. Like I said, we could talk for another hour. But I mean, we've taken up way too much of your time, dude. Like you're one of our favorites, Matty Ice.
Yeah, I like talking to you guys. I mean, I don't talk golf much, like I said. So
no, yeah, we appreciate it too, man. I know.
You have any other random questions, or
do we have any random new questions, Mike? I mean, before you came on, we're like, we've talked to Maddie like twice. We're not going to do like regular questions.
The
we just
standard
want to
format.
chat. Like, we know you too well to do all that. Like, that's why we're like, hey, let's talk Powerball with the guy and just see. I want to know what your favorite recipes are.
You're still a Titleist guy, right?
Oh
Still
yeah,
Titleist.
Titleist, Taylor, Travis.
Travis Matthew. I mean, they're awesome to me. I'm like, I think about. I mean, it's funny. The older I get, I'm like so much more appreciative. I wish I was that way when I was younger. Not like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been appreciative, but I mean, like, genuinely, like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, this is amazing. I mean, I've had Travis Matthew as a sponsor for 12 years.
Wow.
Titleist.
That's your entire career.
Yeah, yeah,
That's so good.
and in no way would I ever, I mean, be the one to like not be with them. I mean, I don't care
Yeah.
if someone comes and offers me something, at least as of now, right? Like, I mean, they've been incredible to me. All
Yeah.
my Rec and Leisure clothes are Travis
Yeah,
Matthew.
I see it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Shout
hooked
out
me up.
Travis Matthew.
Yeah,
If
Dodger
Travis is
tickets when I was just home.
if they're listening,
Yeah, I mean, Dodger tickets when I was just home.
yeah.
I mean, they're awesome. Titleist has been amazing. I mean, Titleist is the companies are like this way a little bit based on your status.
Okay.
But since I mean, geez, the last however many years, it's been like every other year, Corn Ferry or Latin, and I mean, there's an idea of loyalty with all those club companies, and
Yeah.
I've been really loyal to Titleist, and they've been awesome to me. So, yeah, same sponsors. I'm a pretty loyal guy. I don't do a lot of messing around.
You guys need help, and all the help that you can get, whether you're a PGA Tour player, Corn Ferry Tour, whatever it may be. That there needs to be that support
Oh,
system,
for
and
sure.
it's awesome that you have it,
Sure.
dude. And
Yeah.
and
I mean,
it's deserved from you. You deserve it.
Caesars Entertainment's a new one. I've had it for like a year and a
I
half.
saw that on your
Yeah.
on your new little mug right here.
Yeah.
You do have Caesars on your right chest. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So they've been awesome. I
Yeah.
made a connection with them, started wearing the logo on my shirt.
Cool.
I got a sponsor exemption into Barracuda for it because they're a title sponsor. And I
Boom.
mean, they're awesome. I've hung out with them a little bit when I play the Barracuda, and then I open the app and I'm getting like comp rooms Monday through Thursday if I'm near a Caesars property. And it's like,
Love it.
that's
Look at that.
incredible on the road, right? So,
Yeah.
they're not in every town we go to, but I mean, next week for Omaha, if the Monday's in Lincoln, but then after that, staying a couple nights or staying the rest of the week, hopefully in Caesars property.
Here's a random question. This is so stupid. Do you know your official world golf ranking?
The only time I ever look is like after I win a tournament.
And then the follow-up question is, do you even care?
I would care based on the fact that if I decide to go to British Open qualifying next year, you can go straight to sectionals.
Okay.
I know maybe 800.
Okay, it's lower. We'll do hot and cold.
Really?
Yeah.
I know I was like 640 after I won in Chile. So
higher.
780.
Oh, 781.
There you go.
There it is.
I mean, once you're in the top 1,000 to 500
but
bubble,
dude, no, think about that. Say that out loud. You are the 781st best player in the world according to their stupid rankings, because I think the official world golf rankings, they don't mean anything. Do you remember when Rory was like number one by like 0.6 over Jordan Spieth one year? I can't remember what year it was. It's like, who's number one? Rory is, because he's got Jordan by 0.6 of a point.
Yeah. I mean, that makes Tiger stats even crazier.
Right? Yeah. Like he had like a 12-point lead, I think, like from 99 to like 08 or something. It was
insane.
Wild.
It's insane. At one point after the whole like fire hydrant thing, he played the next year he won like 5 events, but no majors. And there was a bigger gap from 1 to 2 than 2 to 50 in the world rankings. And
that's a Tiger stat that I never even knew, but that's just insane.
Great stat. I mean, some of the stuff going around Instagram right now that he's not playing as much, all these people are like doing the historian thing.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh yeah. Well, what did I see? Like, there's a guy that goes through and does like handicaps. Like he actually gets tournament ratings, because they don't actually keep handicaps when you're on the tour and stuff. And he was figuring Tiger in his prime was like a plus 14 or something insane.
Probably. I mean, everything's elevated. I mean, I was talking to a guy at the club the other day trying to play like a money game with a net golfer is so hard because is the course rated properly? Probably not. Is my tournament setting, if I had a handicap, is elevated, so it makes you a higher plus. And then you're just trying to figure out like how many shots you get, and it's just a nightmare. I mean, you never know who's bagging, right?
Serious. Oh,
golf the gentleman's game, and in a way, everyone's
Baggins.
because they're all sandbaggers.
Maddie, you're the best.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. We'll be in touch, and yeah, good luck the rest of the year, man. All your Mondays
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, I'm going to Sweden in September. That's a new deal, I guess. For me.
Oh,
Yeah,
for golf
DP
or just
World Tour
for
qualifying? Yeah, first stage of DP.
oh
Yeah.
DP. Ooh, we
sweet.
like
Yeah.
this.
That's brand new for me. I mean, 13 years as a pro, and I've always wanted to do it. This year I just pulled the trigger. I'm like, this would be awesome.
Is that
Heck
something
yeah,
you
dude.
need an invitation to, or is that
No, you can sign up, but like, I mean, every year it's so much money that you're just like, man, can I afford both? I mean,
Yeah.
you go to both, you get full status on one. Do you even have money to go to the first tournament that you're at?
right?
So,
And that's next
yeah.
month, then, since we're in
That's
August.
September 12th through the 15th is my first stage. I can't wait. I mean,
Okay.
I'm pumped. Stockholm, Sweden.
Dude, you better take a lot of Instagram photos, man. I'm gonna be following you like a hawk.
Pumped. Can't wait. So yeah, that's the only thing new for me. I'm boring.
That's rad, dude. Maddie,
Yeah.
you're the best.
Thanks, guys.
Good
Appreciate
luck. Safe travels, and we'll be in touch.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. See you, bud.
All right. See
Yeah.
you guys.
Bye.
Rough Fairways is produced by Eddie Dunn and Mike Sells. Our thanks as always. Thank you, Maddie. You're the best. Appreciate the stories and the candor. A couple of episodes to look forward to. Chan Kim, back-to-back winner on the Korn Ferry Tour in Utah and Boise. We catch up with David Coker. He shot 59 in that final round in Boise. And also, Davis Chatfield. Look forward to those episodes. We look forward to entertaining you. As always, listeners, we appreciate you. And remember, be kind to each other